hailstorm off the internet. Why are they censoring it? Why is it getting erased? And the videos that are still up about this hailstorm, why are the comments so weird? Usually when you have disasters like this, you have comments that people say, well, this is how I prepare, this is how you need to prepare. Oh, the apocalypse is coming. You'll have some of those. But all the comments are filled with this very cryptic, roundabout,
bloody rum.
Let it rain. What does that mean? Another comment reads, let's never forget. Let the skies pour down so everyone remembers. Other people are saying, this is the revenge that's starting. What does that mean? And then 2 days later, September 15th, 2025, a huge part of China is covered in what netizens call the devil's eyes. They say for an entire week in China, it just felt like an apocalypse was happening in the entire country. These little clouds are coming in and it feels like the devil's eyes are coming this close to the Earth's surface and just staring at all of the citizens.
What are you guys doing?
It's still kind of creepy. They're called asparagus clouds.
Which account I'm on right now?
The entire sky is filled with this blanket of clouds, and they're thick, dark, gray,
you look gorgeous tonight.
Clouds.
I think it's because my hair is tied up, so I don't look like a ghost to you.
You can't even see a sliver of
by
blue
any
skies.
chance.
It just feels like the best
สวัสดีค่ะ
imagine the
เว
ocean
ลาพูดสวัสดีค่ะแล้วมันจะกลายเป็นแบบสวัสดีค่ะที่หนูว่าไอ้จ๋าตลอดเลย
ocean and put that on top of you. That's what the sky looks like. It looks angry. Some people say it looks like devil's eyes because
what I'm gonna do.
It's not flat. It almost feels
Eat
like
medicine
there's
and
this
sleep.
vortex boils coming down closer to the earth.
Thinking of
and
you
they
getting
look
new little
close, and
flabby
they look
stuff.
like they're trying to eat up earth.
What are you talking about? Can't get over Mrs. Sparrow. วันนี้ไม่เต้นอีกเหรอคะเนี่ยเดี๋ยวมาค่ะขออนุญาตทานอาหารก่อน
They're taking videos. They're asking mainstream media to talk about it. They're leaving comments of like, heaven is mad at us. Why else does it get apocalyptic? It feels like a warning.
I'm watching the Drop to Mango.
That is how everyone in China takes it. But what's interesting is,
พี่หนูดีสวัสดีค่ะ
in China, there's a few articles about it, but in America,
Hello.
all you can find is this state-run news website. So typically, when you look up events that are happening in China, you
The
obviously
Captain
have
Jack
one
Sparrow
that are so
idea
big
is
that
fire.
even American media
Right.
will cover it, or BBC will cover it. But then you also have events that are
ชอบไหมสวยไหม
you have all these
นี่
different
ว่าได้เลยนะ
networks that are covering it, and you can read it in English.
Do you like
This
it?
one. You look up September 15th, 2025, clouds in China. All you get is this one article from a state-run news website.
I've been holding this for like 4 days already.
After an
The picture. I'm like, I want to post now. I want to post now, but I have to wait. I have to.
National Forest Park in
Like
central
that.
China's Hunan province were adorned with a breathtaking sea of clouds, creating an ethereal atmosphere reminiscent of a fairyland.
ดีเหรอคะ
Look like normal clouds. I mean, it's
มีความเป็นไปได้ค่ะ
beautiful, but they look like normal clouds, and that's
เราเรียน
definitely
ที่หนู
not
ดี
the
เอง
clouds
ค่ะ
that people were focused on September 15th, 2025 in China. So why are the main news sources in China when you
I was
look
like
that up?
slay when I saw
about this
even
random
the
cloud that
arrow
nobody cared about?
haven't saw it.
It doesn't make any sense. Censorship in China is a very big political topic that I don't think I would be well equipped enough to speak on, and there is some sort of method to the censorship. Obvious and clear criticism against the government will usually be censored. Jokes against the administration will typically be censored.
It should be
Any mistakes made by the administration, I mean, this is pretty common in most countries, will either, there will
Where's
be attempts
Captain
to cover
Jack?
up, or it will kind of get buried, or in this case, censored. But why would they censor a hailstorm and clouds? Is it because Chinese netizens believe
Looking
that
for
both
black
events, the
pearl?
hail and the clouds,
ได้อะไร
are
กิน
the
จ้า
heavens taking revenge?
อ๋อได้ผัด
4 days
ได้ผัดหมี่ฝรั่งจ้ะ
2 days before the hailstorm.
เขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะ เอินว่าสปาเกตตีไหม
Chinese actor suspiciously dies in Beijing. Yu Menglong falls to his death from this very expensive high-rise building. It's a residential apartment building, but he falls from the 5th floor of a unit that does not belong to him. This is not his apartment. And the police, they investigate, and very quickly, within hours, they rule out all foul play. They say that he was drunk. This is his friend's apartment. He came for a dinner party with like a dozen other people. And he got drunk and he fell from the 5th floor and he died. It is a tragic accident. They don't investigate the over a dozen people at the party. They don't investigate further into his death. In fact, they just start censoring anybody who has questions online about Yu Menglong's passing. Why are you censoring that? And a few days later, when the hailstorm
พี่อยู่ต่างประเทศเหรอพี่อยู่ประเทศไทยอ่ะทำไมทุกคนคิดว่าพี่อยู่ต่างประเทศอ่ะ
weeping and grieving together for Yu Menglong's death.
Guys, why so many people think that I'm not in Thailand? Like I actually live somewhere else, like in another country. Why?
Yu Menglong was tortured so badly that he was killed.
That plug over there,
the anger and wrath of Yu
the socket over there,
is being depicted in Mother Nature.
Can tell that I'm in Thailand. ทุกคนค่ะถ้าไม่มั่นใจว่าหนูอยู่ประเทศอะไรดูปลั๊กข้างหลังได้นะคะ
seemingly unrelated hailstorm and clouds.
ปลั๊กไทยแลนด์เลย
But like, why would the government do that? Why would they go so far to censor the news of literal hailstorms, natural disasters, natural weather events? Are they saying that this is all connected
country
to
you want to visit?
Are they saying that this is revenge?
Switzerland, Japan.
Why would they be censoring that? Who would they even be protecting by censoring this news? Why does it seem like all of China believes that Yu Menglong's death was not an accident?
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Reopen and reinvestigate.
I want to go to America.
Who are they protecting? The over a dozen people at the party
I wanna,
that day? Then who are those people?
I want to live that American dream.
And are all the conspiracies true? That he was tortured before his death? That he swallowed a USB containing government secrets? And that his mom is now missing? That there is now a video being sold? A video that was taken by one of the partygoers of Yu Menglong being tortured to death? That it's being sold online for $100,000? Or that they killed his dog in front of him to get him to comply? Or that his entire career since 2020 has been controlled by executives that wanted a lot more from him.
Someone can come to Thailand.
What is true, what is not true. If everything is getting deleted and censored, even his entire existence, it feels like it's soon going to be wiped.
มีละครเรื่องใหม่อีกไหมคะติดเรียนมากเดี๋ยวรอเลยมาแน่แต่ยังบอกไม่ได้ว่าเรื่องอะไรนะตรงเนี้ยต้องอุบไว้ก่อนมีบางคนควรมีภาค2อยากให้เทียนคู่เชน
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Black Mangoes and the New York Immigration Coalition.
เขาบอกว่าเป็นเพื่อนกันแหละดีแล้วไง
represents over 200 immigrant and refugee rights groups throughout New York, and this episode's partnership is also made it possible for our growing team. And we'd also like to thank you guys as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates. Full show notes are available at RottenMangoPodcast.com.
I'm eating spaghetti.
We will be linking a signature petition on the website demanding justice for Yu Menglong. And there are tons of disclaimers.
I'm gonna call y'all
sensitive topics such as brief mentions of self-exit, corruption, drugging, physical assault, and essay. And today's case takes place in China, and we had our professional translators working around the clock to gather all the information for this case. Even then,
Kuya means big brother
whether or not we could even cover this
uncle
case in these videos. Frankly, censorship was a big hindrance in the researching of this case. The information out there is largely unverified, limited. It's constantly getting deleted. It's constantly getting re-uploaded, disproven, and just cannot be traced back to a single credible source. I think the problem is with cases like this,
you're gonna say, how can you call
because
us Tita when you're younger than you?
Unconfirmed rumors to indirectly, accidentally cast light onto someone who may have no involvement in anything nefarious is also a fear of ours. But we think that's exactly why this case needs to be talked about. It is highly unlikely that any new information will come out that is verified. It is highly unlikely that the police are going to start listening and verifying or denying which rumors are true and which ones are not with fact-based
evidence. I'm gonna call you Lolo.
It's highly unlikely that anything will be done as of right now towards figuring out what actually happened to Yu Menglong on an official level, which means with time,
I'm Pinoy best friend.
Just stop talking about Yu Menglong.
I'm Pinoy best friend, which is Thailand.
I'm going to tell you right now, nothing in this episode is confirmed. I mean, truly nothing. Take this
at least in
the only thing that I can
I don't know beauty queen world
is that Yu Menglong, a famous beloved Chinese actor with over 25 million followers.
How did you learn Tagalog words?
Is dead.
You see all these people here
are very suspicious in my opinion, and the government
they be teaching me weird Tagalog
more suspiciously, and that's it. I can't confirm with certainty. Really
for almost a year now.
So to err on
no, it's been a year now.
that everything other than the fact that Yu Menglong is dead and that everything about his passing is being censored, everything really outside of those two facts, we don't know anything. And as of right now, legally, nobody has been detained, convicted, or has spoken out. Everything is alleged. Legally speaking, his death has been ruled an accident, even though nobody believes that. And I will say that the conspiracies here, they range from believable to, some of them seem initially very far-fetched. They're very intense. They seem like they would come from a novel. And they're very grim, but they're very specific and they're dark. And I will say that even dealing with conspiracy theories in America, oftentimes reality is not that dark. Sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes the conspiracies just have a life of its own and it snowballs into something so dark and so crazy that it's so unbelievable. And then you have times where conspiracies are so dark, so unbelievable, so bad, and then the truth is so much worse. So like we don't know what the case is here. So with that disclaimer, I know it doesn't really have to be stated, but do your own research, come to your own conclusions. That is highly recommended for this particular case. And lastly, there will be a few clips throughout this episode that allegedly captured Yu Minglong's last moments alive. These are audibly more graphic. There's not really anything visual graphic, so we will have an audible disclaimer before each clip is played to give you a moment to fast forward if you want to skip these portions. Additionally, I want to make it clear, like we are not including these clips just to showcase Yu Minglong's last moments allegedly before he passed, but these clips are the only alleged evidence that Yu Minglong was tortured. Or like direct evidence from that night, allegedly. It's not just to show those last moments. It's like, this is what people are holding on to, and this is what people are saying authorities need to keep investigating. I do believe that this video is going to be age restricted, potentially just naturally suppressed by the algorithms, but I just want to include as much of the key information as possible because it's messy out there. And if this does end up getting censored to the point where, because sometimes it happens, there will be an uncensored version or a less censored version, the video podcast on Spotify under Rotten Mango Video. So with that being said, September 12th, 2025.
Yeah, bought for me.
Circulating. And there's dozens of names on there. High-profile celebrities, very wealthy producers, directors, executives in the entertainment industry, and almost overnight, this is a witch hunt. This list is getting dropped into forums, random group chats, best hiking equipment forum, this list has been dropped. Group chats of school moms for pickup, this list has been getting dropped. The comment sections of videos that have nothing to do with this, people going fishing, this list is getting dropped. People are copying and pasting and dumping this list anywhere that they can, and just as quickly as this list gets dumped everywhere, entire comment sections are getting deleted, entire forums are getting deleted, entire accounts are being suspended. It's like having a glass cup on the table. Someone keeps coming in there and dumping this list, dumping water in there. Someone walks up, dumps it back out, and it keeps happening nonstop. But whoever is pouring the water, whoever's dumping this list, the group of people, they are working much faster because the list is getting out there. And people are on a witch hunt on social media. They are looking for the accounts of every single person on this list. They are leaving comments on their social media pages. You're gonna rot for what you did. Just you wait. Even the heavens are pissed. You deserve to be in jail, and we're gonna make sure you get there. You can't hide forever. Where are you? It almost feels like the Chinese Epstein list of sorts, with everyone on social media trying to spread the list around, figuring out when each person was proven to become a member of this list, what evidence is there for them to be on this list. People are trying to create mass threads, and there's videos and pictures of them attached to the whole thing. See, that's them. You can see them in the back of this video where Yu Minglong is, and this is like a foam strap that they were using from a week ago, and like this whole thing, this list is basically career death. One famous singer whose name is on that list, he goes from being relatively successful to just selling 15 tickets for his next upcoming concert. 15 tickets. Most people can invite their family members and sell more than 15 tickets without being a household name. Celebrities have been accused of cheating on their spouses, committing crimes against women, and they still...
That singer had to cancel the concert because he only sold 15 tickets.
Like, this list is very serious. I mean, to give you context, you've seen it. Celebrities have been accused of cheating on their spouses. Celebrities have been accused of committing crimes against women, and they'll still have hundreds, if not thousands, of fans show up to a concert. This guy has 15 concert tickets sold? What the hell did the people on this list do to get this type of reception? They were there that night when Yu Minglong died. They were all at the dinner party that ended when Yu Menglong's life ended. In Beijing, China, near the financial district, there is a compound of apartment buildings. Ironically, they're called the Sunshine Upper East Compound. It's just a cluster of these very tall apartment buildings, all centered around these little pockets of gardens, which if you live in a city like Beijing, living in a building with a large residential park is probably the easiest way to show that you have money. It's said that the cluster of buildings, the Sunshine Upper East Compound, there's at least 50 celebrities that live in this compound. It's a very high-end residential area. A bunch of wealthy retired couples, business executives, government officials. Naturally, all the entry points into the compound are typically controlled. There's 24-hour management, security on site. They have CCTV cameras throughout all the buildings. Nothing really happens at Sunshine Upper East Compound. Like, really. I would say the biggest problem that Sunshine Upper East Compound had in recent years was a bigger, better, more upscale building opened up across the street, so a lot of the celebrities left. All the high-profile residents were moving out.
Okay, bye.
That was the biggest problem. Until September 11, 2025, 5:10 a.m. And by most accounts, this is what happened. An older woman, potentially grandma age, so they call her the grandma. She's walking her husky, her big dog, and her husky starts barking, pulling her towards building 18 of this compound. So she's still inside of this private building area, but towards building 18. She doesn't live in building 18, so she's pulling the dog away, but the husky is just dead set on going to building 18. She walks over there, because this is the husky's walk, and she sees a man laying there face down outside of building 18. It's 5 in the morning. It's still dark. She's a grandma. I don't know how well her eyesight works. She initially thinks, this guy's drunk and passed out outside the apartment building. She's thinking, what has this good neighborhood turned to? What's going on? She tisk, shakes her head, walks up.
Okay. Sorry. รับงานละครอยู่ไหมคะรับค่ะ Why so dark? The news about it's Hey Beyonce, I don't like this song of yours. Love the Halloween pig. Guys, can I come back? I need some nap.
All I know is we can go anywhere, we can do
No.
anything, go ahead.
No is the new yes. So bye guys. We'll be back.
All I know is
حبيبي شنو مشاجرة؟ تبي تجرب البرنامج ايش اسمه؟ رانكز
زين شلون اطلع؟ ما راح يصير اطلع، ابديت